kick somebody out of our house, clean out the well, then we will finish Deadbird's studio and go from there.
We meet again, my arch nemesis. What? You don't remember me? How rude! It's me, boss of the mafia. Remember? You blew me up in our little indiscretion, and your young friend captured my remains in this jar.
So her turn them into jam plan did come to fruition. But I guess they decided that either A, red juice would be too violent, or B, would clash with the carpeting.
I'm without a body. I should be furious, but it is okay. The past is the past, and I'll accept your carcass as an apology. You won't hand it over? Such nerve on such a small child. If I had hands, I would slap you. I'll just buy a new body then. There has to be some poor soul.
Uh-oh.
To trade his corpse for money.
I knocked over a cup that had toilet paper on it. That's a sentence. Boop.
I may not look like it right now, but I'm well traveled. I know the whereabouts of all the secrets on this planet.
Then why do you have a problem making money?
Find my map badge, and I will show you where you can find relics that will make you rich.
So yeah, the compass badge basically just shows you where all the stuff you missed is. And I believe it even points to yarn. But I can't afford it, nor do I really want to buy that yet. Gonna wait until we need to do like some clearing out to get the 100%. So there will be like one big, I'm probably gonna do a video like at the end where it's after we do all the timepiece and stuff in which we just clear out the levels. But before that, we gotta get ourselves some well wishes. Aha. Subcon well. Get this done. Happy Hat Kid. I don't know what influencer had those little tendrils of hair off the side of her head. Like some Splatoon tentacle nonsense. Hat Kid, you need a haircut. Don't lose the ponytail, though. That's just cute. This is the direction of the well. I recognize this from the many, many attempts at death wishes. Now this swamp is a pain in the butt because if you stand in it too long, these Super Paper Mario hands come out. Or the frickin' Shadow Queen hands from... Well, just Paper Mario looking hands come out and want to eat your soul. Yeah, you don't say. I can't really do it. Who that is? Oh, it's one of the raccoon-looking things. The sleepy raccoons that, get all up in your business. We're just gonna drop this one. We're just gonna throw this one. We're just gonna back up and throw this one. I like the fact that there's like a color palette. So, oh, look at that! This is the most difficult challenge in the world. Just like, let me do this. You're welcome! Poof. And I believe that over there is optional. And then there's a bit that the game never even mentions that's completely optional. So like I said, we'll get all the little shiny objects as soon as we have the capability of getting more or less all of them. Although, I guess I could show you what the Dweller Mask does. Which is, it lets you spawn, if you see the little wibbly-wobbly green-looking platforms, it'll let you spawn one in, and you can stand on it when it's active, and then when it's not active, you just fall through it and look like a stupid idiot. Likewise, there's these bells, which do that and act as a Dweller Mask. But if you activate a green field within a green field, you get a negative. And trust me, that is a puzzle. That's literally like a Zelda-style puzzle thing that comes in later. And there's a number of death wishes and a number of community levels that really play with that. Nummy, nummy, nummy. I think this is the way we're supposed to go. Yeah. This is how we do it, Uh-oh. It's funny, I mean, so many influences in this game. I mean, there's some Zelda in here, there's a lot of Banjo-Kazooie, a lot of Mario. It's just a happy little game filled with happy little trees and other Bob Ross references. Although there's no actual Bob Ross references unless you count the patents, and even that's pushing it. Probably could have gotten a bit closer, but no matter. I was voted most autistic in high school. Ding dong! That looks like a shotgun barrel. Double barrel. So we do have that. So it will take longer for that to cool down, but I could also just do that and solve the problem. I forget. Yeah, this doesn't actually operate on physics, so if you do this wrong, Hat Kid starts doing weird things. But it's not like Spider-Man 2 levels of physics. It is literally just kind of a little... It's sort of like Bionic Commando, not the original, but the one on like the 360 and PS3. It cancels out momentum and stuff. Dweller Mask Yarn, I suppose you could get to this point without the Dweller Mask. Doesn't seem too much a deal. I'd rather have my Sprint Mask though, because we don't even need the Dweller Mask for the rest of this little adventure. What? Oh. That thing. Flush the toilet. I said flush the toilet, not flood the sewers. There's a surprising amount of, like... Well, it's not fluid simulation, is it? But it is, like... I love that detail. Well, it seems Gears for Breakfast is the only people who want to have nice little bits of technology in their games. Well, I say that. I mean, there's plenty of games that have nice technology. In fact, Spin Tires, and by consequence, Mud Runners, has more impressive technology. BeamNG has more impressive technology, but those are vehicular games. This is a platformer. We don't need full deformation. We don't need these nice little effects, but Hat in Time does have some of them. Now all they need to do is add ray tracing, so I'll have more incentive to actually upgrade my graphics card. My only real incentive to upgrade is the fact that my summer car crashes my graphics driver and I need a new computer so I can play it again. I used to play it. Oh no! Me wanty token. I was clipping through that. Anyway. Well, I was really hoping that was just let me have it. No such luck. I think there's an achievement for getting through this whole thing without falling in the water, but I was rushing through this the first time because I thought the water levels were rising. Thought it was that old gem of a headache. Turns out no. Cupping! Again, could have been a hard mode where the water levels were rising. There's so much opportunity to have like an unlockable or just like a regular hard mode where it maybe not one hit hero, let that be a badge, but instead it give you like 2 hit points instead of 4 with the option of reduced. Woo! We are now contractually free. But that's a lie. We still have our contractual obligations. I just really like the look of the water in this game. It's very Wind Wakery. It's very Wind Waker in the blueness, but it's very modern in its ripple effects. In fact, here's a mini rant that I'm going to go on. Why is it that PlayStation 2 games had more impressive water ripples than any modern game that I've seen in years? Champions of Norath, Metal Gear Solid 2, Maximo, all PS2 games, all of them had water ripples that looked amazing. In fact, Champions of North had a level that was set in lava, and you could drive this little lava vehicle around, and it just water, little ripples of lava everywhere. And it ran at 60 frames per freaking second. Like, what is going on with modern gaming? Like, dude, does this game look amazing? Yes. But that's because it has, like, artistic integrity. It doesn't have the latest and greatest, although, okay, I will say that, but this is the textures that the game shipped with when it was brand new. And then Yakuza Metro came out, and they have, like, holy crap, 4K textures. Like, this is the most detailed-looking metal I've ever seen in my life. In fact, I'm going to zoom it in so it looks even better. But this has, like, the most realistic-looking metal I've ever seen in my life. And it's on a hat in time. We'll just ignore that. But versus freaking this, I mean, even then, Hat Kid has like bump mapping on her clothes and stuff. I was like, that looks like vehicle upholstery, and those are pants. But yeah, modern games, yes, we love our HDR, we love our ray tracing, we love our bump mapping and all that other fun stuff, which this game does have, you know, some of those effects. But really, Brutal Half-Life. There's a mod for Half-Life 1 called Brutal Half-Life that is just nothing short of carnage and insanity. It's one of the bloodiest, goriest games I've ever seen, and it runs on the Gold Source engine, and it looks amazing. It's polygonal and low poly and low texture, but damn, it looks convincing. It's like, I could actually believe that somebody blew the hell up. It's, this is why the 360 and PS3 were good systems. It's like, you could make any game you wanted, it just wouldn't look as good as it would on a modern machine, and that's what PCs were for. That's what computers were for those who spent the extra money to unlock more graphics. Anyway, Train Rush.